Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Mike, check. Watch 54. All day, baby, all day. Kill.
Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon: 13 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well, but I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. 8, read.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Now Gordon on first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish a running game early.
Ready.
A quick throw finding Lee out wide. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A 3-yard pickup.
Let's go now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So here are the Lions under second-year coach Matt Patricia. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins.
And I heard him say it in the post-game press conference. That was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And we look now at the Lions offense.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. This complete to Lockett. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, here's Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That's it, baby.
That's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Here's Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. We're scoreless after 1.
I got one. Sponge.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. As his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Minshew sets to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The kick is good. Makes the score Lions 7.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Switch.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, he shifts past him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39.
Come on, baby.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
We got to step it up.
39-yard line.
This is Mixon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 47 yards on the ground. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early, and, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Kill.
First down.
Hey, check 24.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
He's coming. Double off. He's coming. Double up. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Snap comes in 1. Now Haskins. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Zach Line. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find a target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Completes it to Lee. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Come on now.
A good one. Give him 19.
A gain of 19 yards.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes.
Yeah, that's really fine. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Line, 15 line.
Line 54.
Hit it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Here's Cameron Johnston now. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Third down, here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The third down pass.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now it's Haskins. He's got Lockett. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Joe Mixon.
Check 99. Go, go, go. Hey, run.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
On second down, here's Haskins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Ready.
Now Minshew. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Bang, 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 bang.
On first down, Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the flag, watch the flag.
Big grip.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Got Gordon open, completes it. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go full verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So they say no to the penalty. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
I got one. Watch twist.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mixon with a first down carry. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
You ain't got nothing.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
56, boys, 56. Check, 56. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. There's the first NFL catch for J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up to QT. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back in it.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch 54.
Get it.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Lee's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Go. Hey, watch that. Now.
They'll try the right side this time. Here with Gordon. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it, that despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road, and boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Bring it up.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
On the run, it's Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
56, right there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike's 56.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And the catch good. It's Eifert. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Back now at Ford Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56, the Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kiki QT, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. Mixing with him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try to snatch a victory.
Back to Mixon on first down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you.
Now Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. It's caught. Block it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout. An injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Haskins. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
On the ready.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ready.
Minshew sets to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this. Slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember the 4-minute offense?
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Come on, D. Save.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Get him. He's chucking right.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. Runners have days like we're seeing right now. They often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They don't go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two.
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounces is good.
All right, just checking.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the
Now Gordon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Gets it to Gordon. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. On 4th down, Minshew. It's caught by Funchess. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory.
Here we go. Watch out.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Let's go.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Open man is Samuel, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
57 to Mike.
Haskins going to try to throw it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Set, ready? 15, line. 15 line.
Here we go, here we go.
Get it.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. That incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And it's 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Intended for Devin Funches. Incomplete. Coverage by Keanu Neal.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he gets it to Funches complete.
Keep playing hard.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Lions, their strong start to the year continues as
foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof.